Set my timer. All right, now it's on. My name is Mislav. I maintain a bunch of open source libraries, small ones, and this talk is about this. You should destroy all the version numbers. And version numbers come in different sizes and shapes. They're usually numbers. They can have patch information. They can have dates in them. They can have both dates and silly version names as well. So what are versions for? They are obviously information about chronology. You need to know which version is newer and are you on the newest version. They enable users to identify what version they have. They give developers the opportunity to package up and ship their software. We can provide stability of bug fix releases and not ship any new features to users who don't want any new features. And they can help establish continuous pace of development for big projects like Ubuntu and some others. What are some downsides? Well, the shittiest downside, users have to wait for updates, and sometimes there are no updates as developers are not very good at being maintainers. Manual releases can be tedious and error-prone sometimes for developers. There is a delay even after a project has been released until it propagates through package managers. So sometimes you wait years for a new version of something to be available in a Linux distro. There's competitiveness between companies as well. We see Firefox trying to be competitive with version numbers at the expense of users who don't know what the fuck is going on and why we suddenly have Firefox 37. And also we have Chrome's version numbers, which are in the millions and billions, thousands. I know these are segments, but obviously Google Chrome does something interesting, which is ships automatically very often bug fixes to users. And this is interesting because I'm talking about something similar. So I have this problem. I have a problem. Users come up to me and say, oh, blah, 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 I have a bug, and but this has already been fixed. But they said, yeah, but there was no release since then. So I tell them, are you on Mac? So you can do this, brew upgrade hub, which is my project head, and they get the newest release because the homebrew package manager on the Mac can get it from Git. Git is awesome. I use it for all of my stuff. So Git or any other VCS offers a distribution mechanism and information about the chronology, changelog, authorship information, fast updates, easy patching via its own operations in Git, and we can still isolate feature changes by sticking to a particular branch. And also, most importantly, when you git clone, you get every version that ever was of one project. You don't get one version, you get all of them. You get all of the versions. So I have another project which I encourage people to upgrade always to Git master, and whenever they have a bug, I ask them, what version do you have? And they say, well, this is the output of the version command, and this says 73 commits after the last release. So they are able to get bug fixes very often, and this identifies the exact feature in Git. So back to the original list, this method of people getting it directly from a version control system covers every other case except it completely annihilates the stability case. They now might get very shitty bugs that you introduced and haven't tested. And they're asking us, why don't you have stability right now if you tell us? Well, we use continuous integration, which even if we don't run the test, it will run the tests. This information is available online, and users can, at every moment, that can ask, is any revision of our software stable or not stable? You can see some revisions are red. These are the revisions that you don't want to use. You use the green ones. The green ones are good. So one of my software has this CI status command, which you can ask, well, so what's the status of the current revision of in the context of the Git repository? So it looks up the current repo on GitHub. It checks the CI build status of the latest commit via GitHub status API.
Sorry. Somebody was stupid over there. Carry on.
Jesus Christ, my timer said 3 minutes.
That's it. So you still have time. Please continue. Sorry.
Okay, so how much time do I have? Because my timer said 3 minutes right there.
Well, mine says 2.
Okay. So these people don't have reliable software. All right, thank you. I mean, how hard is it to keep time? Come on. Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ. I was scared right there. But I will get 2 claps. So you can't see it right now. So this is software for you. All right. All right, we're back, right? So what does this command do? Looks up, let's see a status of the latest commit, pricks and exits with error code if test didn't pass. So you can use it in build scripts and install scripts or whatever to prevent yourself from installing a buggy version of my software. So, of any software. So in conclusion, we are not ready yet to kind of abolish all version numbers, but we have options. And for your next small project, maybe you don't need packaging or releases, especially on tarballs and zips. I mean, who uses that anymore? And more package managers started to support fetching bleeding end revisions from version control systems. So you can update fast, you can update often, you can update every day. And set up Travis CI for a project. It's free. It's very important because humans are faulty, they have bugs. CIs don't have bugs, they sometimes have bugs, but you know, not as much as you do. Set up Travis CI for your project, and thank you. Come see me again tomorrow. When I will have a talk not about version numbers, but about feelings and stuff. Thank you.